welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and former Kansas City Chief wide receiver, Mainland Mustang, Dave Klemic is back with me. Good morning, Dave.
Great to be back. I missed you guys.
Oh, man, we're in a 3-point stance. We got you back for the whole football season, baby.
I'm so excited. I'm wearing my new green.
Kelly Green Eagles.
Oh, yes, the
locker
Kelly
room
Green.
shirt.
I love it. I'm so excited about the color change.
Dave, we're happy to have you back. Of course, Josh Henning in the studio pushing the buttons, and football is here, man. Low humidity out there. You didn't have to have the air conditioner on last night, right? You had the air. Nice breeze. Beautiful. It's football weather, Dave.
I love it. Took the.
I can see you're like all pumped.
Yeah,
man.
the grass smells like.
Well, he's
grass
pumped no matter
smells-
what.
Yeah, the grass smells like. Josh rolls up in his motorcycle today, all looking like Kenny Powers.
I thought he looked like Elvis, a little Elvis going on there with his sunglasses. But Dave, it's we're glad to have you back. And football season we'll have you for the entire football season. And I'm looking forward to that, to get your insight and take from your experiences playing football in college and for the Kansas City Chiefs.
For at least I get to do this. So all those years didn't happen for
Go
nothing.
away.
You know what I mean? I go, why did I do this for so long until you asked me to be on the show? And I go, okay, this is what it's for. Okay.
I went to the game Thursday night. I went to the preseason game. Now, I'm a season ticket holder. Well, I used to be. Got some news. I had to give up my tickets because I just can't afford them anymore. They're just my one ticket's $2,500 for the season. Schweiner can't do it, man. He's got to prioritize. Ocean City was, staying here in the summer was more of a priority for me because I have to work. And
I thought you were going to say your daughter was a priority.
Well, she is a priority. Well, getting her, putting her in school and stuff, but I can't afford it. I had to make choices. And, when I first started going to the Eagles games, Dave, it was $35 a ticket.
What?
Now it's like two something. Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
I've been priced out, but hey, I still have people that offer me tickets and everything. So when I was Keith Hartzell had stopped by, I said, hey, listen, I got a couple tickets. Would you like to go? I said, absolutely, because it's not that I wanted to go for the football, but more of like a night out. You know what I mean? Just go see the stadium and get that feeling, because I probably won't make it to too many games this year. That being said, it was fun. One thing about preseason games, there's a lot of young kids there. It's a different vibe. You know what I mean?
Well, it's different because there's 16 people on the practice squad. When I was playing, there was 4. So if the guys that you saw you were like, there's all these, there's probably 20 guys you don't even know their names. Now they're staying. They're all like, that's the team right there. Right. But like they're just be on the practice squad or the active, they'll be inactive. But when I was playing, it was way more cutthroat because there was no buffer.
Right.
The practice squad was 4 guys. That's
also,
it.
when you played, Dave, they had multiple cut down days, whereas
Right,
today they have one
big
massive cut down.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, the collective bargaining has changed.
Yeah, since the new CBA came in a couple of years ago, the way it works now is instead of having a layered cut down, it's literally just like, all right, by 12 o'clock on this day, I think I had to double check, I think this year
and the whole roster
20.
set.
Well, the initial roster.
Okay.
Yeah.
The initial rosters are supposed to be set by, I believe it's the 20. I got to double check. I think it's the 28th this year. And so then you have the initial 53, and then teams can do their whole shuffling for a week before the season.
Well,
it's still for those guys that are on the bubble. I mean, this is
a huge deal.
It's a huge
You're still on
deal.
stage for the rest of the league.
Practice squad. How many guys are playing for just the practice
Let's
squad?
look at Ricks, the defensive
Eli
back.
Ricks, yeah.
Eli Ricks. I mean, he makes a couple good plays and he gets burnt on Thursday night. He's on the bubble. Now that McPherson's he's out for the season, his chances improve a little bit, but still there are players that are on the bubble and they need to make an impression in the preseason.
What's crazy, I saw Quez Watkins is running with the 2s, and now what's the guy from Virginia? He just got hurt last night, so now they move him. They move Quez up to ones again. I can't even say his last name. He's from the start. He's the third receiver.
Cleveland?
No. Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus. Yes.
All of my Zacchaeus.
He's
a local guy. He's from Philly.
He's from Philly. Yeah. Went to Virginia, undrafted. I love those guys, and then
he's gonna be fine.
You're for the underdog, aren't you?
Yeah, I love the underdog. I love the small school guys.
Zacchaeus had a stinger. He's still,
okay.
He's still there.
Oh, wow. He's running with the two. Quez Watkins is running with the twos now.
Yeah.
We got a great show lined up today. Today marks the return of the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan. Dave will check in from Las Vegas with his unique look on sports, and I talked to him about some betting odds. As he calls in from Las Vegas every Saturday throughout the football season. And at the bottom of the hour, Dave, we're going to be talking with the head coach of the Collingswood High School football team, Coach Mike McKeown. And he's also he's on the committee on the West Jersey Football League they put together the Battle at the Beach Football Classic at Ocean City High School football field.
Well, we're
going to be broadcasting live there. Yeah,
I had tickets to that thing already, so now I'm in.
Yeah, you're in.
I'm really in.
You'll be walking around with a press.
I just got to watch the. Yeah,
but so we'll talk with Coach McKeown. This next week football classic, the Battle at the Beach has got some big teams, some big name teams, schools coming in.
So 2 in the top 20. IMG Academy is number 3, I think, and it depends on the publication, but they're number 3 in the country, and then St. Joe's Prep, who's number 10.
Yes.
So they're not playing they're playing each other, right? IMG is playing
St. Joe's Prep.
That's a huge
That's at 7:00 on Saturday night. That's the big one. St. Thomas Aquinas is playing. They're coming up from Fort Lauderdale. I coached there back in the day.
Wow.
When I got out of college and I was living in Fort Lauderdale, I met the head coach of the freshman team at St. Thomas Aquinas, Jay Conley. And we started talking. I played football. I played quarterback in college. Matter of fact, I'll show you.
Billy's loves having his picture.
I'll show you a picture of me in high school.
This is a radio show. So for the people listening on the radio, Billy keeps a picture of him when he played. What was that?
I was in high school.
That was high school, right?
That was my
when Billy played high school quarterback. He keeps the picture in the studio.
It was an extra picture from the yearbook.
Yeah, it's an extra picture. As evidence to prove I played quarterback.
I want to remind Josh when he thinks he knows it all that I played quarterback in high school and college.
Well,
the people who know things don't need to say that they know things. They don't need evidence.
Give me that picture back. In case you're watching this on the StreamYard, which you can go to my website, thelockerroombillyschweim.com, and you can check out us. We're on YouTube, and I'll show you the picture right there. There you go. There's the picture.
Now been a quarterback wear a neck roll.
So I know
Steve's got to go grab his pictures now.
By the way, there are people that watch. I know Jimmy Reardon in Pennsylvania is watching us on the StreamYard. He said he has this up on his big screen TV.
My college friends are watching this right now.
So there you go. There's the Schweiner there playing quarterback in high school.
Yeah, nothing could be finer than catching passes from a Schweiner.
So a very dear friend of mine, Bobby Ball, who's no longer with us, I met him at Lee's McRae in North Carolina where I played. And we became the Jersey connection because he was from North Jersey. I was from South Jersey, and I threw him a couple touchdown passes. I played in the spring game and beat the starting quarterback. That's how I got noticed. And I made it as far as second string and held for extra points and got what they call a do-good scholarship. When you play, you get paid.
And by the way, the real story about Billy's college playing days is not that he played quarterback. It's the fact that one of his coaches was Paul Johnson.
Yeah. Played for coach for Navy and was the head coach at Georgia Tech for many years. And I've had him on the show 3 or 4 times so far.
Yeah, at least 3 times.
That's cool. That's kind of what football is so good for, is connecting to people like that. I'm
Friends
still connected to people. I mean, Joe Philbin was one of my coaches.
Right? In Boston.
Yep. And Joe Philbin was my offensive coordinator, who was the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And then Chip Kelly, who recruited me in high school, had dinner at my house in high school, and he goes on to be the Eagles head coach. So something? I went in with was it ESPN radio? It was TV 40. And I went up and I was doing a post game. I went into the media and did a post game interview, and Chip Kelly goes, "Hey, is this what you're doing now? And I was like, well, kind of like,
now you
I
are.
got a one-on-one with him, and they were like, oh, this is great. You got a one. I was like, yeah, well, he recruited me in high school.
And of course, today is our last Beach Patrol report. We've been following the lifeguard races throughout the season. It's been a great season of racing. And of course, Brigantine won the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships last weekend. Last night, I covered the Goudies in Ventnor. We'll play some interviews with some of the winners, and we'll do that at 10:30. We'll move that up because we have a change of times with some of our guests.
And also coming up on the other side of the break, the Eagles just made a flurry of roster moves.
Oh, boy.
That is going to change part of our roster conversation moving forward.
All right, we got a great show lined up today. Dave Klemic is back in the house. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing in the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Captain Chucky's is now in Sea Isle. Try the famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB or visit CaptainChucky'sSeaIsle.com. Stop in and say hi to the owners, John and Katie McKeown, at 4111 Lannis Avenue to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is now available. Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle City. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweiman, Dave Klemic, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow, Major League Baseball's Little League Classic returns.
Beauty of this event, every person in the stands is a kid. That's what Williamsport is all about.
This is everything it's cracked up to be.
The Phillies and Nationals at the Little League Classic from historic Bowman Field in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
It brings out your inner 12-year-old. I mean, we've all got it.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every piece of land has a story.
For the Nelsons, it's cruising around their Montana ranch on a John Deere Gator XUV 835R. With 3,000 acres, there's plenty of work to do.
We're not afraid to jump in and help each other out.
That's how they've kept their ranch going for 5 generations.
It's all about efficiency.
Like teaching visitors to fly fish.
The whole joy with fly fishing is matching the hatch.
Run with us on a Gator XUV 835R and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
There's your captain. Better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I saw my passport expired, so I went to Staples, got a passport photo lickety-split. While I was there, I grabbed some tiny travel soap and shampoo. I should have got some from my co-pilot. Just kidding, Brad.
Staples has everything for travel. 10-minute passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel items. And now at Staples, get $10 off your purchase of $30 or more when you buy a travel service. Staples, your first stop to nonstop travel. Ends 9/16. In-store only. Exclusions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic.
Yeah, staying in the house.
Looking forward to next week at the Battle at the Beach. We'll get into that when we talk to Coach McKeown from Collingswood at the bottom of the second hour. But right now we got some Philadelphia Eagles news. Josh, you want to? Would you like to reiterate what you told us during the break?
Yeah, so just to break it down for the audience out there. So the Eagles made a bunch of moves just literally like in the last 10 minutes. So officially, Greedy Williams and Ty Zentner are done. So what does that mean? So Greedy Williams was one of the cornerbacks competing for the depth spots. Well, it seems like he didn't do enough to stay with the team now that Zach McPherson is done for the year. Ty Zentner was in a punt competition with Aaron Sipas. Well, he obviously lost because he is out of here. Yeah. 3 players were waived with injury settlements. That being Tyree Cleveland, who suffered that neck strain and concussion on Thursday night. Noah Ellis, who is the brother of Christian Ellis, who plays linebacker for the Eagles. And the aforementioned Zach McPherson. So keep in mind, you cut a guy like McPherson if you have a plan to put somebody else on the injured reserve list to start the season, because he would have been a prime candidate to be on the injured reserve. And then the Eagles signed 5 guys just for the final preseason game: Robert Cooper, Caleb Sanders, Tyreek Maddox Williams, Quentin Bell, and the only name of significance is Marvin Williams, who was on the practice squad last year.
All right, so there you go with the Eagles. Now we're gonna do the Beach Patrol report at the bottom of the first hour. But let's get your take on the preseason, Dave. As far as it has changed since you played, but the ones don't play anymore. They don't want to get them hurt. You saw what happened. Even Nolan Smith got banged up a little bit. He came back to the sideline. But last year the Eagles were lucky; they didn't have a lot of injuries. And this year, Hassan Reddick's already broken his thumb, and he had surgery to replace that. He's supposed to be good to go for the first week of the season. I think Landon Dickerson, who's the other guard? He's a little banged up with a foot and ankle injury. But you got to keep these guys healthy.
So sometimes the players are right when they're like, these preseason games are worthless. We already know that this is for money or it's for TV contracts, because for as far as the players go,
for the guys on the bubble,
we didn't need it.
Right.
Like you could show up and have a great game. Like one of the Cleveland receivers had a fantastic game. But
didn't you get?
Watkins
you told me
for
that
Cleveland.
You got noticed in preseason
in practice.
Not in the games.
He didn't. He pulled me from the games because he knew I was going to stay. Yeah, that was done in practice. Okay. You could tell a lot of that in practice. So the games, that's more of an opportunity for you on the national stage. That's for the whole stage of the NFL. So if you have a really good game, we might not keep you, but somebody else is going to really like you. Right. You know what I mean? Or you showed up for them. But that roster is pretty much set.
I was old school. I would say the last 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4. When it started to change, I was like, nah, you got to have you play for Dick Vermeil. You know what his practices were like. They weren't easy.
Yeah, they were hard.
It's a completely different animal now.
Yeah.
You got guys that are, they say that these joint practices are where they get most of their work, but they're still not tackling. They're rough, but they're not like what you went through.
There's some merit to that, because what you're saying is like, you don't get used to banging.
Right.
You don't, it gives you some
You get hard. You get a hard exterior.
Right. And then you get the first time you get tackled, it's such a, oh my gosh, like that hurt. And you just kind of like, it
but it
shakes
worked
you.
last year for the Eagles. And, look at they took a page out of the Rams playbook the year before that, where they didn't start anybody. The Rams kept everybody off their starters off the field in all of the preseason games. So last year the Eagles did the same thing, and it bared fruit because they were pretty much injury free last year.
Yeah, your timing and everything is done in practice. You have to have enough sample size of reps and stuff like that in order for like a coach to see how you're going to react in a situation. You could do that without the game situation. You can, but that is a test in and of itself. But if you're just like, you could kind of tell.
But Dave,
everybody knows.
Every preseason there's always a couple players that really impress. Like we're looking at Sidney Brown, right? The safety. He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's going to help him whether it's on this roster or not. And
no, he'll be on the roster. I mean, he's fighting for a starting position.
Yeah, but like if you think about like the whole NFL, this is the stage. You're like on stage, and if you don't stay there, you could be
Nolan Smith. Another guy.
Yeah.
I mean, from another Georgia guy. Guys, he's the one play that he excelled in against that DeJuan Jones. The guy, that's a big boy. He's going after 6'6". What is he? Let's see, 6'6", 374 pounds.
Nolan Smith is
and he blew right by the guy.
Nolan Smith is the truth.
Yeah.
That guy has
speed.
I'll tell you, in top 5. I'll give him 5 best athletes to ever step foot on a football field. Just purely athletic. That guy's combine numbers are insane.
Nakobe Dean played well, I thought, in his limited action. I mean, he's supposedly to be a starter. He's going to wear the green dot on his helmet as I guess the Mike linebacker, and he played. He got a 15-yard penalty for a helmet to helmet hit, but then he comes back and forces a fumble on the goal line.
Yeah,
a nice read and a nice hit.
Marcus Mariota did not look that great.
Marcus Mariota didn't look,
but he's still second on the depth
chart.
So
you and I were talking about this before the show started, about mechanics, about a new system. Like he doesn't look like he's mechanically he doesn't look like he's comfortable.
Just like getting
is that
into
because
a car.
of a new system?
So if you're getting into a new car, you just bought a new car, right? And you're like, where the buttons are? Where's the windshield wipers? Where is all this stuff? And then you eventually get to be like, you're a magician with it after, and you can navigate all those buttons real quick. I know when I moved from a PC to a Mac, and I'm like, what is all this stuff? I hated it, and then I got good at it. I got used to it.
So while
you're right,
while Tanner McKee is looking really good, look, he's a big dude. He's 6'6", the third string quarterback on the depth chart right now. Tanner McKee, 6'6". He looks poised. He looks like he's making all the right reads.
You might not remember this, Dave, but Billy's obsessed with big guys.
Oh yeah, big guys beat up on little guys.
And I always say you can't beat the little guy if you can't catch him.
That's true.
Well, Dave subscribes to that because nobody can catch him.
The one thing with I think we're gonna have to keep Mariota because of his mobility. So his line is familiar. If anything happens to our starter, who is very mobile.
Well, and by the way, you're allowed to dress 3 quarterbacks this year.
Okay.
Right, Josh?
Well, the rule is you're going to have to keep 3 quarterbacks.
You have to keep 3 quarterbacks. So
yeah.
So
and the one quarterback, it doesn't have to necessarily. It doesn't have to be a dent against you on game day.
Okay.
Because it's the 49ers rule, basically.
Right. Because they got, because during that playoff.
Yeah, nobody wants to see a game without a quarterback. Like,
right.
I can
Although
see
like the body bag against Washington, the Redskins way back in the day when Mitchell came in. He was like their fourth string.
Brian Mitchell.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
I was at that game.
I remember that.
I was at that game.
I
the
remember
body
that
bag game.
And who played? Who was quarterback for the Niners? That was Christian McCaffrey played quarterback.
Well, Christian McCaffrey had 1 snap, which
right.
I was incredibly disappointed about because I wanted to see more than that.
I did. He didn't do bad. But Jalen Hurts gets hurt. Then you have Mariota, who's a mobile quarterback with an arm. The line needs that familiarity. And Tanner McKee is just a big Tom Brady type of guy. He's not.
Well, I would say his arm's stronger than Brady.
Yeah.
I mean,
he just doesn't move.
But
like,
look,
he doesn't move.
He's a smart guy. Went to Stanford, right? he seems like he got a good command and he looks comfortable in the role. But I don't think there's a controversy as of yet. I mean, Marcus Mariota, give him time. He signed a $5 million deal, right? So they're gonna, you know how it is, right?
Yeah,
when coaches recruit somebody and there's a walk on, say if a college recruits somebody, highly recruited guy, and a walk on comes on, they don't give that guy that walk on. It's really hard to walk on.
It's hard,
right?
Yeah,
Because they put all their time recruiting this guy. They're going to give him every opportunity. Well, same thing with a NFL quarterback that they just spent $5 million on. They're not going to say there's a controversy. They're going with Mariota.
Yeah. So, but it's still when you he's definitely looking like he's transitioning from a PC to a Mac. He's definitely he's not comfortable. He's sailing the ball. He's not stepping into his throw. He's not finishing the throw. And he's not, of course, he's not wanting to take any contact.
Right.
So he's kind of getting rid of the ball before, whereas in a real game,
I think he'll be fine. I actually like the addition of Marcus Mariota.
I do too.
I think he's going to be a great backup. I think he's a better fit than we had last year with Minshew. Minshew isn't the same type of quarterback as Jalen Hurts. So when he came in, he couldn't do the same things Jalen Hurts could do.
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota can.
Yes.
And he will.
And
have the faith, baby.
That helps the offensive line because they know that there's a mobile guy back there. They're used to this. They're used to the flow of where did he just go? And they're like, oh, he's out. Like he's already out of the pocket right now. So they don't hold or run downfield. They know he's mobile and so they're going to wait before they run downfield and try to make a block and then get a penalty,
So we got footballs ramping up. We're going to talk a little bit about the Phillies because we have to, the Phillies are doing pretty well. Even though they lost last night, they're still 10 games over 500 and in the first wild card spot. So while that was a bad pitched game last night by the Phillies and Lorenzen, I think the 8 days off affected them. When you told Dave, you've told me several times that athletes are creatures of habit, right? They're used to doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
A routine. Well, you take a picture out of a routine and then you're going to get a game like last night. Possibly.
And days ago, we had a no-hitter, right?
Right. He threw the no-hitter 9 days ago.
Yeah.
Against the same team.
Yeah. My father-in-law, he calls me. He's like, did you see the history that just happened? I was like, I missed it. I was like, I was asleep or whatever with my daughter. And he's like, you gotta turn this back on. I'm like, okay, let me actually watch a no-hitter. It's kind of boring. It's exciting, but it's kind of boring.
All right, so we'll get into that. On the other side, we'll have the Beach Patrol report. It's our last one of the season. As the summer is winding down, the Beach Patrol report is brought to you by McKeown Realtors of Sea Isle City and the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. We'll have that for you on the other side. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Give Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, I want to welcome a new advertiser, good buddy of mine, Dave Stanton from the Stanton Insurance Group, SIG Protection. Get it. Don't get burned this summer. Choose Stanton Insurance Group for better coverage than your sunscreen. Protecting families, homes, automobiles, businesses in New Jersey and Pennsylvania for over 25 years. Stanton helps you select the right insurance company at the best combination of protection and service at a competitive rate. Get insurance coverage you need today. Visit www.sigprotection.com for a quote. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, it's the Beach Patrol Report. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles close out the 2023 preseason Thursday night, hosting the Indianapolis Colts at the Link. Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 7 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 8 p.m. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stopped, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. $159 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait, text PLACE to 200-300.
You didn't become grilling royalty by using just any hardwood pellets. You became grilling royalty,
Dude, this brisket.
by using Kingsford hardwood pellets. Kingsford is America's grilling expert with over 100 years of expertise in flavor and quality. Their hardwood pellets deliver excellent performance in any pellet grill, adding an authentic wood-fired flavor to any meal your family loves.
Any more chicken?
Take pride when you grill and grab a bag of Kingsford hardwood pellets today. Kingsford.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. The 97.3 ESPN free flat.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic with me. Of course, Josh Hennig pushing the buttons. You know, on the way into the studio every Saturday and Sunday, I stop by Blitz's, and they have a juice in there. You get freshly squeezed orange juice, 12 ounces of liquid sunshine in a bottle. Unbelievable.
That's why you're so chipper.
Yeah, man, I get pumped up, man. I love freshly squeezed orange.
Gets them fired up.
Yeah, get $1 when you go in there. You get $1 off, and you mention the locker room. Say a locker room. I heard about the juice. Get $1 off. How easy is that?
How much is orange juice now?
$4.99 for 12 ounces. But you get it for $3.99.
Oh, okay.
Get there. All right, Dave. During the summer, we follow the Beach Patrol. Beach Patrol races. These great athletes not only do a job protecting and saving lives. They also are very competitive. There's a lot of races throughout the summer. We've covered all of them. And last week culminated in the final, the big granddaddy of them all was the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. We broadcasted live. And then last night was the last really big race of the season. It's more of it's a fun competition, but it really emphasizes what these guys and gals do on a daily basis. And I was down there interviewing some of the winners, and we'll have some of the interviews coming up right now. It's time for the Beach Patrol Report, brought to you by McKeown Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. Knowledge, experience, integrity, dedication for rental and sales. Call 609-263-7422 or go online to McKeownRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey lifeguarding news and racing schedule, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in the president of the Lifeguard Alumni Association, Jack Brooks. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing there? It's been one heck of a good summer with lifeguard racing, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what, Jack. I want to thank you for helping out with the production last week. We had a great time, and we finally have a new winner. Some fresh blood over the last 4 years. It's been back and forth between Longport and Margate, and now we're going to Brigantine.
It's interesting because, all the beach patrols have gotten so competitive. They all have fantastic athletes that work the beaches and then, climb their way over top of everybody else to represent that beach patrol out of the city. It's nothing like it anywhere else in the country.
It's free entertainment too, Dave. I mean, you go down on the beach, you have a cooler, and you can enjoy a great competition for free on the beach, and it's a beautiful evening.
I always think it's great to know that there's real athletic people working the beach patrol that could save you if something happened. You know what I mean? Right. You're like, so Brigantine this year, the safest beach around, right?
Well, yeah, you could say that. All right, Jack. Atlantic City won the Gaudies last night, and Harvey Cedars from up north came in second. Longport third, Ventnor and Ocean City came in fifth. Jack, was a good competition last night. The waves, you should have seen it was a west wind, and next thing you know, but by the time the race started, there was some really big swells coming in, and I think Greg Whitehead from Avalon described it the best. He said there was a lot of carnage out there in the singles. There was several boats that didn't even make it through the surf.
Yeah, when you get those big wave days, and what we're saying is the west wind is pushing against the ocean coming in, and it really
holds the wave up.
Now, yep. And so when you have that wall of water in front of you just to get started, it can be a little intimidating when you're in a 17-foot boat and you're trying to row as fast as you can and pull as hard as you can, because if you don't climb that first wave, your race is over.
So there were several boats, Dave, that got drilled, took on so much water, like the boat was like 3/4 sunk. And so they just turned around and sterned in. You can't finish the race with all that weight in the boat, finish the race.
Did not finish. No, by the time you bail out that boat. And I always tell some of the younger guards, that you're coaching and stuff, listen, the race breaks down to three key pieces. One is get a good start. Second is get a good turn. And the third is do not fall off a wave on the way in. Like once you get in, drop that boat right in, bring it as straight as you can. Sounds easy, so difficult. That boat weighs 300 plus pounds. You got people in it. If you took on water, and you got the power of your arms to make that thing go.
Vince Grenice from Atlantic City, he's a veteran, he's experienced oarsman. He in the singles, what a beautiful, picturesque race he rode. He caught an outer break, Jack, and literally got up on the stern sheet, kept the boat straight, and surfed the boat in the whole way and won the singles. We'll play an interview we had with him. But before we do that, I had an opportunity to talk with the chief of the Brigantine Beach Patrol, Kip Emick, and congratulated him on the South Jersey Championship. Let's go ahead and play that one. So there he is, Jack Kip Emick, very happy, and you just looking at him, and people coming up congratulating him, even at the Goudies.
When you look at this race, the South Jerseys have been going on since 1927. There are, when you're in that record book, like he's been with Brigantine this year and winning the South Jersey championships, that stands forever. And I can understand why they're elated to beat 16 other South Jersey patrols, wind up with a victory, and they'll put on a great race, a heck of a show next year at their home beach, and welcome everybody in. That's what happens. The races rotate to the winners,
Yep.
and that's why next year's race will be in Brigantine. And the mayor's right proclamations, we had one for our 125th anniversary in Ocean City. Mayor Jay Gillian came last week. They love the fact that the lifeguards keep them safe. It's a summer shore town. Everybody knows the lifeguards, and this just seems to be where you cap off the season.
Yep. Now let's get to the race itself, because very exciting, like I said, with the waves and everything. The doubles crew from Atlantic City, Kyler DeRue and Tyler Dirks. These guys, Atlantic City, they had the Blair brothers. They were very competitive, finished high in a bunch of the races. They had a great season, but they're being pushed by these two guys, and they won the doubles last night at the Goudies. Let's hear from them. All right, so there's the Atlantic City crew, and they did it. They did a great job, a picturesque finish for them. And then during the swim, there's a little controversy. I thought that Jacob Texter from Ocean City won the race, but Jack, from the beginning, from lane 1 all the way down to lane 20, it's like a mile. So we couldn't really see who finished first. So I interviewed Jacob Texter from Ocean City. Let's hear what he has to say. We thought he won the race. You could hear him sucking wind in the Goudies. The swimmers pull a big, like a dummy, a big bag, Jack.
Well, the Gaudi races are trying to simulate going out and doing real races. So the boat goes out to get the victim. There's a bag, but he's talking about the bag. The bag is actually representing in its weight like a person is.
Right.
And their job, the swimmer then goes and swims the bag in. So you're not just swimming freestyle. You're swimming freestyle plus a monkey on your back. You got this big bag pulling you down, and I can see and hear why he was exhausted.
So let's so I guess the winner of the race from Harvey Cedars was Jack McKeown, and I caught up with him after, like, when we went up to hear the results of the race. Come to find out that he won, so I had an opportunity to talk to him then. And there he has it. Harvey Cedars. Jack, you know, I mean, there's a lot of beaches, Island Beach State Parks up there. There's a lot of the Central Jersey beach patrols come down and participate in this race.
You know, and I think that expands their racing. They host a lot of the United States Life Saving Association races in North Jersey. South Jersey, you know, we kind of stick to ourselves. You got 16 patrols from Brigantine to Cape May Point, but it is nice to inject some other folks, and you can tell how much they appreciate the host town. The effort that they made to come is helpful for all the other athletes.
It was great seeing all those boats.
A different look.
Yeah, absolutely. And our last interview will be with Vince Granese, who's a grizzled veteran. He's been around the rowing scene for a long time. What a picturesque ride. I mean, this guy, he caught an outer brake, Jack, got on the stern sheet, and just surfed the boat in all the way. Let's hear from Vince Granese. There he is, Vince Granese, great guy. Hey, Jack, great season. I want to thank you so much for the Lifeguard Alumni Association to sponsor the Beach Patrol Port with us here on the Locker Room on 97.3 ESPN. Of also McKeown Realtors of Sea Isle City. You guys, without you, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, Bill, it really is proud for the alumni to do this. We believe in lifeguarding. We got generations. We've been around 125 years. We got multi-generation people. And it's also, how could we not sponsor it? I think that's part of it. We love to hear the races, and we love to hear the report that you do each week. And Josh, there at the switchboard, couldn't be any finer to be able to work with you guys. It just is exciting to sit there and broadcast those shows.
All right, Jack Brooks, we look forward to talking to you in the future, and we'll see you next summer.
As we say, see you on the beach.
See you on the beach. Life. All right, there he is, Jack Brooks on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the Beach Patrol Report is brought to you by McKeown Realtors of Sea Isle City, 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City. Knowledge, experience, integrity, dedication for rental and sales. Call 609-263-7422 or go online at McKeownRealtors.com, where you can also keep up with all the South Jersey lifeguarding news and racing schedules, and by the Ocean City Beach Patrol Lifeguard Alumni Association. Dave, if you haven't been down on the beach to see these races, we're going to make sure we get you there.
I think it's the one time when we're not talking about Philadelphia, everyone's talking about us, so it's like our thing.
Focus
it's
on South Jersey. It's a unique sport to this area.
We get the beaches, of course, that's a huge thing. But as far as competition go, and that's why I like Battle at the Beach right now, because it's bringing it to
I can't wait to talk to Coach McKeown. Man.
It's bringing it here,
All right. First hour of the Locker Room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. The preseason heats up with a clash in the NFC as the Dallas Cowboys hit the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, myself for all the action as the Cowboys are in search of their first win, but the 1-0 Seahawks stand in their way. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks as the preseason rolls along. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
Football lives on 97.3 ESPN FM. Coverage begins at 9:30.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local. Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on with deals on top tech for class, hobbies, and more. Now, when you buy, you support a cause. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF in support of GIGA, a UNICEF ITU global initiative to connect schools across the globe to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get rare deals on select laptops and desktops powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals. UNICEF does not endorse any company, brand, product, or service.
Help clear away classroom bacteria. Kill 99.9% of germs and first-day jitters. Disinfect desks. Get rid of sticky surfaces. And sanitize the room. For less obstacles and more studying. When you get to a clean slate, the possibilities are endless. Clorox. Start clean. Always use products as directed.
Ocean Casino Resort is the ultimate fantasy draft party spot. Go for the bragging rights this fantasy football season and plan your draft party at Top Golf. Each party receives a dedicated VIP draft space or private bay at Top Golf for up to 4 hours, an ocean draft board, swag bag, championship trophy, and more. Your fantasy football season starts here at Ocean Casino Resort. For more details, visit theoceanac.com. Go to Ocean. Go for the win. Let's go! Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Dave Klemic. All right, Dave, second part of the show, pick things up with a little football, a little baseball. We'll talk with the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan live from Vegas. And he'll be with us every Saturday. Like you will.
How about how educated the fans are because of sports betting and fantasy
football?
The education is incredible. Like I feel like the only thing I'm good for anymore is like inside the lines, because as far as statistics go, I have people spit. I have kids spitting to me stats on people from like 10 seasons ago. I'm like, wow, that's so impressive. Like, at least I'm good for what I'm good for.
You're good. You're good for the locker.
Keep me out of the stats.
Well, the thing with the stats is that, you know, there's an old saying when, you know, back from many years ago, a book that I read by a guy who's much smarter than me, who wrote that there are facts and there are true facts. You know, there are the facts that people find to support their argument. Then there are the true facts people use to make their argument. And I think the problem with statistics is that there's a lot of people who go out and look for facts to support their arguments instead of using the information to create an argument. So people can throw all the stats they want at you, Dave, and you'll be like, what does that even mean?
All right. Hour 1 is in the books. How fast did that go by?
Super fast.
Second hour is going to go even faster. The Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan at 11, and then we'll talk with
There's too many days for Billy.
head coach of the Collingswood high school football team, Mike McKeown, will join us at 11:30 to talk about the Battle at the Beach Football Classic.
Don't miss that.
Yeah, that's going to
Don't miss that.
All that and more coming up next here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic. Of course, Josh Hennick pushing the buttons, keeping us on the air. And you're listening to the locker room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Check us out Monday live at the Gallery Bar, booking games at Ocean Casino Resort. We're taking a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Nationals, ahead to the Eagles and the Colts, the final preseason matchup, the latest on the James Harden saga, and more. That's all coming up Monday live at Ocean Casino's Gallery Bar, booking games.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Summertime, baseball and golf season are in full swing, plus so much more. BetParx is an official betting operator of the PGA Tour. It's a great time of year. Plus, the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app follows you to the shore and the mountains. Get in on the action all summer long, whether you're on the beach, the boat, or the boardwalk. Bet while you're on the lake and the Poconos. BetParx has you covered. It's all right in the palm of your hand. Odds, bets, slots, and games. Download the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app right now. Check out live in-game betting, same-game parlays, teasers, and more. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances. Bet hits, home runs, and strikeouts in baseball. All new users bet $10 and get $125 in Sportsbook bonus if your first bet wins. Get in on the action all summer long. BetParx has you covered. BetParx.com has terms and conditions. New users and winning bets only. Sports bonus bet must be wagered once. See website for details. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
Well, it's a patented key ingredient called testofen. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. It's backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321-321. That's ROCK to 321-321.
With GMF financing to qualified buyers excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales.
Labor Day deals are here. Yes. Right now at Bennett Chevrolet, we've got all our red hot Labor Day deals going on now. These are special holiday sale offers you won't find anywhere else. No way, no how. While other dealers are still selling at or above MSRP, Bennett's selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. Forget about MSRP prices, because at Bennett, you'll get the same deal employees get. You'll save even more with available 1.9% financing. 1.9%. And right now, Bennett will pay you a minimum $10,000 for any trade towards any pre-owned in stock. Yep, you heard right. Bennett's giving a minimum $10,000 for any rusted out old rattle trap you can drive or even tow to Bennett Chevy. Imagine how much more you'll get for a good trade. And Bennett's famous non-commissioned sales team is paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend, so there's never any pressure. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
When you hear this,
they've got him again!
And this,
he scored!
And this,
oh boy, what a move by MB!
You think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Set, red 83!
locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic is with us. And, of course, Josh Hennig pushing the buttons, keeping us on the air. And, Dave, I know, your primary sport is football, but you do watch the Phillies and are interested in baseball. I know you thought it was boring watching the no-hitter.
Yeah.
Or what you saw.
It's exciting. Like, it's like bowling a 300. Like you get to say, everybody's like, oh my God, it's going to happen, but nothing.
See, I happen to disagree with you a little bit because I'm a baseball guy. I love baseball. And I think baseball is a cerebral game. I think baseball is there's strategy there. And I think there's a lot to baseball that the layman, the regular, the standard fan just doesn't maybe understand. Young kids, I think baseball did themselves a disservice by putting a lot of the games late at night, especially the playoff games at prime time. And I think they lost a whole generation of baseball players, to be honest with you.
I like what they're doing with some of the rules, though. Speeding up the
game is very good.
That's been a very helpful thing, even statistically, to see people coming back to watch, younger people watching the game again. But the game itself has gotten, with all of the training that they have now, I mean, it's like baseball training is super duper high tech.
365. It's year round.
But the guys are, and the batter gets better, the pitcher gets better.
Yeah.
It's almost the same result. It's like,
all right. Well, my next guest is a big baseball guy. Catch him on MLB Network. Bostonian versus the book. Let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline and welcome in from Las Vegas our good buddy, the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan. There he is.
What's up, gentlemen? Good to see you. What's happening?
Let me introduce you to my new co-host throughout the football season that you'll be seeing a lot of. Former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic. Say hello to Dave.
Hi, Dave. Nice name. Good to meet you, sir. Nice
he
name.
only hires Dave.
Yeah.
He didn't hire me. He got stuck with me.
Yeah.
So.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if you
Josh,
just heard.
You got to make sure that everything stays together. Billy,
Hey,
make sure you
well,
take care of Josh, too, please.
Absolutely. Now, I caught your Bostonian versus the book yesterday, and you gave me a shout out, but it was kind of like kissing your sister shout out. You couldn't remember what station I was on, and
Billy, I was
the name
honestly
of my show
you were a huge dog to even find the YouTube channel or the feed. I was very surprised. You didn't have Josh with you to get you dialed in, and
it was
sure
easy. You
there,
sent
so
me the link, and I just clicked on it.
It was. That's why I sent you the link directly. I said, if there's any shot that Billy will be able to find us, it's right now. So, yeah, I appreciate you watching the show. No, yeah, we were. I wasn't sure you were there, so at some point, hopefully we'll have you on in between all your beach trips and everything else you're doing, and things like that. So we'll do what we can.
All right, we're gonna have.
Dave, do you feel like, are you close to Billy? Does he look as tan in person as he does? Right, like on the screen.
What's mind-boggling is how tan his feet are.
Are you serious?
It's unbelievable. I've never seen tanner feet in my life.
You sit on the beach, you don't have shoes on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Like the in between his toes are so white, and the contrast is like it's crazy.
It's crazy because we had a cocktail waitress on who works outside at Stadium Swim here in Las Vegas. And she talked about the perils of the job. We asked her a question, and she said, the tan lines on my feet. And I said, Sydney, nobody's looking at your feet. She's a 12. And I'm like, nobody's looking at your feet. Billy is a guy who is worried about evening out the tan line on his feet.
Do you guys really believe that I'm working on my tan lines? I work in a parking lot and very occasionally on the beach. I just tan easy.
I don't
know.
Occasionally.
I'll take a picture and send it to you.
You know what he called me?
Thank
The book called me
Dave.
a couple of weeks ago, George Hamilton.
He looks like George Hamilton, but up close, like I just see him once a week on this thing. I can't believe how tan he is. And now, there's Dave, and Dave doesn't know me, so I can ask him a question. Dave, yeah, your feet are that tan, Billy. I mean, I would have never made the line that your feet were as tan as your
Well,
face.
I'm not a
and your
12
arm.
like your waitress, man. Give me an 8. And people notice I got to worry about my whole body.
Do you wear the flip-flops with the thing in between the toe, Billy, or do you wear the thing across?
Oh, he wears the Jesus sandal. He's got the Jesus sandal, the whole 9
stop.
yards.
Are you serious? Billy, you got to get the better shoes, Billy. What are you doing?
Now Sharapan sounds like Mike Gill complaining about Billy's footwear.
All right,
I'm not
Dave.
trying. Thanks for having me on the show, Billy. I'm not.
Hey, Dave, you want to talk some football or baseball? What do you want to start?
I want to start off baseball with Dave.
Baseball.
Because my Philadelphia Phillies, our Philadelphia Phillies, are now in the first wild card spot. They're 5 games over, or 10 games over 500. Baseball is a funny game. We had Mike Lorenzen last night pitch against the Nationals, a team that he no-hit the 8 days ago, and he couldn't get anybody out last night. Baseball's a funny game.
I say it all the time on my Twitter at Sportsbook Consigliere. That's just baseball, bro. Like, you really don't know. And they were $2 favorites yesterday on the road, and there was no way that you could lay that price after the no-hitter. So, I mean,
so the smart better took the Nationals yesterday.
The smart better. I don't know who's smart, who's not. I tell you that all the time. There's rhombuses and parallelograms. People call them sharps and squares. I don't want to get anybody upset, so I call them rhombuses and parallelograms. But the favorite bettors, like you love those favorites.
Yeah.
You would have had the Phillies, and you're a homer, and you would have had the Phillies. I would have been happy to be in the book saying, Billy, welcome to the book. Take your bet. We'll see you later. And you won't, because you're not coming back to collect. But the Phillies are making the playoffs. We had such a fun run last year. Okay. The Phillies are going to make the playoffs, Billy, and you can start looking at those future tickets. But if you get a future ticket at the book, please give it to Josh to put up on the refrigerator.
So I don't lose it.
Because
You're
going to lose it, Billy.
You know
you're 100% you're going to lose it. And you're going to come into the book and have to tell somebody, I lost my ticket. I bet it on this day when I went to the beach and I can't find it. I already have heard your excuses for losing tickets in Vegas for 20 years.
Dave, my favorite story with that, and this is Billy didn't do this, so we can't blame Billy for making this foible. But somebody else I know, they made a bet that a team was going to hit the over, but like an exact over. Like it wasn't like one of those half this, half that. Like it was a full number they had to get over.
Like 78 wins, something like that. You mean.
Right, but it was for football, so I think it was like 8. I think it was like 8 wins.
Eagles over 8 wins.
Right,
something
but it was a college football team, and they had it I think they got it plus 500 or something.
Okay,
and the team went and got 10 wins that year, so they're like, I'm gonna go collect. Well, they couldn't find their ticket for weeks and weeks. Come to find out, it was in one of their pant pockets that had been through the washer a few times, and the ticket was so faded that they tried to cash it in, and the person at the book looked at them like, "Are you serious? Like you're trying to cash this?"
Yeah. Well, you can find a lost ticket. There's a secret to doing that. If you can, know approximately when you bet it, we can look at it behind the counter, try to pinpoint exactly the bet, when you made it, who made it, check it with the time made, and we can get you your money. But please, I've worked on the places on the Strip. I've had people out at pool parties with tickets and come in with nasty wet money and wet tickets and all kinds of things. Guys like Billy off the beach, still with the tanning oil on, trying to give you tickets and stuff. I've seen it all. So
I don't wear any suntan lotion. You know that, right?
I don't believe you, Billy.
I don't think I've ever put suntan lotion on.
Really?
I just get water, baby. Just water.
Water?
It's WOODER, by the way. Water.
Billy's going to be a science experiment when he's dead.
He already is.
Dave, my mother is 102 years old.
God bless her.
If you look at her, she's been in the sun her whole life. And she
Does
doesn't
your
have
brother get as tan as you, Billy?
He's tanner.
Really?
He's
more tan than I am. Yeah, he's more tan
Dave,
than I am.
are you serious? He's tanner than him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he smiles. All I can see is his teeth.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, that's impressive.
Book, what are the Phillies odds to win the World Series? Could you enlighten
Billy,
me?
you're putting the cart before the horse here. What are you talking
Yeah, I am,
about?
because we're going to win the World Series this year,
Billy,
Dave.
It was so much fun last year.
Braves are going down.
All right. You really want to know the answer
Yeah,
to
I
this
want to know.
question?
Yeah, because I'm going to go to my favorite book.
So you got a couple options. They're about 20-1 right now, two different places, 19-1, 20-1. You might be able to find 25-1. So anywhere in that neighborhood's a good price. Listen, Billy, can they beat both? The path is going to be they're going to have to
Giants?
beat both the Dodgers and the Braves. Like they can beat one. Can they beat both?
If Bryce Harper can he started to swing the bat really well. He's finding a little bit of his power back right now. If we can get Nola, Wheeler, and say maybe Taijuan Walker or Lorenzen in the 3-game series, those I'm fine with those guys. Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm good with the 3-game series. They're not going to have to play either one of those teams in a 3-game series.
Right.
I think they can win that as long as they set up the rotation. What does it go? Wheeler, Nola, and then a third, right?
Wheeler, Nola.
It depends on who you ask. I mean, Wheeler's the one, but the 2 is a big question mark.
They're still going to go with Nola.
Nola's having a rough year. Lorenzen's had 2 really good starts and 1 rough start. Ranger Suarez
He just went on he's missing his next start.
Yeah, Ranger. I mean, it's precautionary. He's fine.
And Christopher Sanchez.
Then Christopher Sanchez, he's pitched well, but the team scores 0 runs when he pitches, it seems like.
Okay.
And then you got Walker. He leads baseball and wins, but he's like Steve Traxel back from like the Cubs 20 years ago.
Traxel.
Like, he's like, remember Steve Traxel, like 20 wins for like that Cubs team?
Right.
And you were like, Steve Traxel? Really?
Yeah,
Really?
His ERA was like 4.2, which back then was really high, like something like that. That was no good. So I think the path is going to be really hard, and I'm not sure. But, I mean, you can buy tickets for them to just make the playoffs, Billy. You can buy a ticket on them to just win the pennant, leave yourself options.
Okay.
I think you can look at those exactas, too, like we did last year, because the Phillies exactas, for me, I mean, I had 500-1 tickets, 600-1 tickets, and they got all the way to the World Series and just couldn't close the deal. But it was a fun ride. I think we're going to have hopefully another fun ride in October with the Phillies.
We're talking with the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan. Of course, you can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. We'll have him every Saturday throughout the football season. I'm very excited about that. Our Philadelphia Eagles turn over to the NFL right now. And, the Philadelphia Eagles, I know most teams, Dave, and you can attest to this right now, are not playing any of their starters. I mean, you'll see a starter here and there, but by and large, most teams. So how does the book get a gauge on a team when you don't even get to see their starters? They're going by last year's performance.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's odds for everything right now, and you can bet all these crazy bets. You can do all this crazy stuff. I was the guy in the book and in the risk room and all that other stuff. I was watching baseball because there's guys fighting for jobs. There's guys fighting for, like, I don't know how many roster spots are actually open during these training camp battles. It's less than 10, most likely. And special team spots are being determined. So there's value in watching the games. I never did. Because I made determinations of what I thought, like after the draft, before anyone saw anything. We would look at a game and go, all right, the Eagles are home against the Cowboys this week. What's the line? 4, 3.5, 3, 3.5. All right, make it 3.5, put it up, see who bets it. And that's how we did it. Now, after that, it just, dictates, the market dictates where you move totals to and where you move sides to and all this other stuff. Billy, the Eagles are the NFC champion, the defending champion. They're 8-1 to win the Super Bowl. I mean, the division hasn't had a repeat winner since when? Like 2003, right?
2004, I think it is.
Something like that. Josh,
20 years ago.
That's a little scary for you Philly guys, no? They may not win the division. The Cowboys are back. The Eagles may not make the playoffs then. Like, what I mean, concern. You guys live there. You're living.
I think the Eagles have gotten, don't you, Dave? I think the Eagles have gotten better. Even, with the I mean,
I love
defensively,
the moves
they've gotten better. I think.
I think we brought almost the core of this team back. And gotten better. So, as far as and I don't know about chemistry, but we get the players. I think I like every position. We brought out almost everybody.
Kobe
completely
Dean played
back.
the other night, and he
I'm
made.
psyched.
I mean, with the exception of the 15-yard penalty got, he made a couple really good plays, forced a fumble. Nolan Smith is looking great. Sidney Brown, another rookie from Illinois, he's showing things in preseason, getting a little time, not a lot, just enough to get himself acclimated to the fast pace of the NFL. I like the Eagles, man.
Dave, how long have you lived in Philly?
I live in Egg Harbor Township pretty much since, I lived in Summers Point growing up till I was
He's lived in the area his whole life.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, all right, because I can't understand Philadelphia fans. I grew up in Pittsburgh, went to Penn State, and that's when I was introduced to the other half of the state. You Philly guys, when your team's good, you don't like them. And when they're bad, that's when you love them. Like, it's just, and then when they get good, like, you're the defending champions. That's why I love Billy. He's always positive. He's always seeing the positive. And this is good. I love to hear someone who's been there a long time, like the team, because I look at it, I think they're in the playoffs. I think they're going to win a division. The majority of the team's back. I don't care about all those other trends that the Commanders are no good. I think their season wins goes under. The Giants goes under. I think it's, can they win 12 games, guys? I think they win 12 games.
I think they do win 12 games. I'm taking the over.
I don't know if they win 12 games. I think they're like 11.
It's 11 and a half.
11 to 12 is where I'm comfortable with.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think 11 is more likely because last year, a couple things that people forget about. One, there were almost no injuries.
Right.
I think that's a huge part of it. Number two, they are playing the AFC East this year. And you can argue the AFC East is the best division in football.
Whoa.
So I feel like there's a conversation that could be had that the Eagles are going to lose more than 3 games this year.
Yeah. Well,
Dave,
12 and 5 would be the number.
Yeah.
That's the one where, that it's either, I think you look at the record, go through the schedule, it's 11 and 6 or 12 and 5. That's unless things get hurt and things go really bad, like they're going for the Sixers, Billy. I couldn't wait to talk to you all week.
We're not going to talk about the Sixers.
Liars.
We conveniently ran out of time for that.
We conveniently ran out of time. We're out of time. How fast did that get? Dave, as always, first of all, I'm really excited to have you back because you're very entertaining.
Thank
Your
you.
unique perspective on sports. I get tons of people calling me, say they love the book. Look at them. You need to work on your tan, but we'll see you next Saturday. We'll see you next Saturday.
There's a hurricane here. We're having a hurricane. Think of us. We're going to have flash flooding and a hurricane in the desert for the first time since 1939. Preparing for everything, Billy. They're running to the stores getting toilet paper and food. See you guys next week.
All right,
Nice
see you
meeting
next
you,
week. There he is, the Sportsbook Consigliere on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline. Want to remind people for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. I want to tell you about McKeown Realtors. You're looking to buy, sell, or rent at the shore? Call John McKeown, broker and owner of McKeown Realtors in Sea City. Put his 38 years of experience to work for you as a real estate broker and certified general real estate appraiser. John has the knowledge, integrity, experience, and dedication you want and need. Call 609-263-7422 or visit McKeownRealtors.com. Stop by the office at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea City. Meet with John and discover the McKeown difference. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schwein and Dave Klemic on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles close out the 2023 preseason Thursday night, hosting the Indianapolis Colts at the Link. Eagles radio network coverage begins at 7 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 8 p.m. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Dad, I don't feel good.
I'll grab the Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey.
Isn't DayQuil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey is just for kids, specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
DayQuil Kids Honey first, then video games.
Deal.
Vicks DayQuil Kids Honey. The kids' delicious daytime coffee, just stuffy nose medicine.
Class, our first lesson is math. 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals...
One heck of a great deal.
The math is simple at Matt Blatt Kia. Put 0 down, pay 0 interest, and make 0 payments for 90 days on every new Kia in stock. Or get up to $8,000 off MSRP on every 2023 EV6 GT in stock. Stuck in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Kia can get you roll leased so you can drive your new Matt Blatt Kia with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 90 days. And we finance your future, not your past. Even first-time buyers can drive with peace of mind with our exclusive 4-day love it or leave it return policy.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
With approved credit, not all will qualify. Go to mattblattkianj.com for complete details or 888-505-6670. Price includes all costs to be paid by consumer, except for licensing, registration, and taxes through Cap 1. Excludes EVs. 36 months at $27.77 per thousand. To Tier 1 customers. Expires 9/5/23. Matt Blatt Kia, 6211 Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township, and now on Route 37 in Toms River.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic. Cool, man, to have you back in the studio with us. You're getting acclimated to your new digs.
I know. I Saturday morning, I'm not thinking about missing church on Sunday, so I could be have a lot more fun with this.
I'll have to bring you that 12 ounces of liquid sunshine from Blitz's, that freshly squeezed orange juice. I'll start bringing that in for you.
He's never offered to bring me that, so you must be special.
He is special. We were just talking on the break about, not that you're not special. Josh, you are special.
That's because I took all those special classes in high school. Oh, is that what it is?
We were talking about the win-loss total there. We had Dave Sharapan on the Sportsbook Consigliere. We're talking about the total of wins. And we were talking, last year there was a big question mark with Jalen Hurts about in his ability to lead this team and be an effective quarterback. Obviously, he proved all his naysayers wrong and had a phenomenal year. It's a second year in his offense. He's got the knowledge that he had a great year. and he's probably now more comfortable in his skin, and probably will be probably even better than he was last year. I think.
I think when we talk about this, we just got off between commercials saying, it's a huge difference when you see a quarterback that has some swag, that's starting to go and believe in himself. He doesn't play to not get cut now and just use his first read. He's looking through his full progression. He's not a machine anymore.
Right.
Now he's starting to read, and really, I think he's just going to get better this year. So, and then Josh said it, offensively, he's not worried about us.
And Dave, you said that confidence is so important with a quarterback. I mean, quarterbacks sometimes have to put a ball in a tight spot. You have to have the ability to believe in yourself to do something like that.
And Jalen Hurts is,
but you also have to be humble enough to realize sometimes you can't do that. There are look. Remember Jeff George from the Baltimore the Colts?
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, he would throw the ball into places he couldn't fit it because he had such a powerful arm. He'd end up throwing a lot of
this is what Mahomes is doing right now. He's gotten so confident that sometimes he just throws underhand balls.
Right.
Because I shouldn't have done that, but you know what? I'll make up for it in the end of the game, and we'll win this thing. Like that's the confidence that he has, and like a Tom Brady, they have unmatched confidence. And then it's scary when you see somebody like getting really good like that. I think that's where Jalen Hurts, he's going to have a notch up on confidence this year.
It was cool to be at the preseason game on Thursday night. At halftime, they brought all the former Eagles out there. It was like alumni night. Of course, I saw Brad Quast. He was there. He walked on the field. Harold Carmichael, our good buddy Ken Dunnick, was on the field. I don't know if you saw his post on Facebook. He had the video. He had the phone on while he was walking out on the field.
No, I didn't see
and he
that.
videotaped that. That was pretty cool. But you guys have a fraternity. Once you're in the NFL, you're in it for life.
I'm going out October 22nd. Dante Hall is being inducted to the Chiefs Hall of
And you
Fame.
raced? Didn't you have a race? Didn't you race him?
Yeah.
I love that story. That's one of my favorite stories of all time.
You can look that up on
Where did
YouTube.
we see that?
You can go to YouTube and just type my name in there, Dave Klemic, and it's
how
the first thing that shows up.
How much money did you win? Can you tell us?
It was his paycheck, his first game check. So whatever.
You weren't making anything.
No,
right?
I was making a
like
little
minimum.
bit. We put up game checks, and I go, yeah, I'm making a lot less than him. So that's a good bet for me, no matter what.
We should have the Sportsbook Consigliere put the odds on that.
Yeah.
Who do people think we're going to win that?
Well, so
race?
that's a betting thing too. It happens across the NFL. So everybody, your two fastest 40 times or whatever. I think they 40 times are going to race each other, right? Well, we had to make it through rounds because there's a couple guys with similar times, like a bunch of 4.3s, whatever. And then so we had to make it through a couple rounds. We get to the final. It's me and Dante,
right?
And there was a couple Olympians that didn't make it into the final.
Is that right?
Yeah. So they're not great accelerators.
Dave, do you think? Let me ask you a question. If they're winning that race, the respect that you got from your peers, did that pick up?
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, you can see the different,
especially the guys that made money on me.
Yeah, now you're like, you're my guy.
Yeah, I would imagine Dante Hall had a better reputation for speed back then, but
he had won it the year before,
right.
So he come in as a defending. Now what they do is announce you to the city when you get that, when they have the roster. And I remember going out and they go, this year's 2001 Kansas City Chiefs fastest man, David Klemic. And I walked out there right past Dante. He was so mad. He was so mad. Because he wasn't Dante that he was not a star yet.
Right,
he was he was rising star.
Okay.
That year he went to the Pro Bowl for the first time.
Well, because you motivated him.
Yeah.
He was so mad at you for beating him.
So mad.
He was like, I'm going to do something that Dave Klemic can't do. I'm going to go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Well,
and Dave's like,
he sends me, he goes, every time something will come up where I beat him in a race, he'll go, oh, here's my, I'm going to the Hall of Fame, by the way. Just like, yeah,
Was
great.
it I guess it was painful for him to sign over his check to you too, right?
Oh man, it was like, I was like, are you gonna do this or what? And he's like, oh gosh, but he's like a guy of his word. He'll but anyway, he's October 22nd. We're playing the Chargers. Everybody's going out. He was everybody's like little brother.
Well, so you won't be able to be in the studio that weekend.
That weekend I'll be,
right.
But you
So
said I
you'll
could call in.
Yeah,
I could call in.
Yeah. Maybe put Dante on the phone with us.
Yeah.
We just got to get down the hour change.
We'll tease him a little bit.
He's doing a lot of stuff he's doing a lot right now. He's gotten repopularized himself. He's very involved in
NFL
NFL
Good Morning
films
Football recently.
Good Morning Football.
Yeah.
He spoke about me on Good Morning Football.
He did.
A couple years ago.
That's so cool.
When they were saying, that someone was challenging Tyreek Hill to as the fastest guy in the league or whatever. It was a white kid from Tampa Bay, and he goes, "Look, I don't want to say, I don't want to say that you can't count him out because it happened to me." And he brought it up on NFL Network, and everyone started calling me after that. Like I think you even called me after that.
Yeah, I remember calling it. All right, stick around because on the other side we're going to talk with the head coach of the Collingswood football team, Mike McKeown. Who's also very instrumental in orchestrating and setting up the Battle at the Beach Football Classic in Ocean City that'll be held next week. Of course, we're going to be broadcasting live on Saturday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon while the game's going off. So stay tuned for that. On the other side, for the first 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. When you get down there, say hello to Billy for us at Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, Stanton Insurance Group. SIG Protection, you got to get it. Don't get burned this summer. Choose Stanton Insurance Group for better coverage than your sunscreen. Protecting families, homes, automobiles, businesses in New Jersey and Pennsylvania for over 25 years. Stanton helps you select the right insurance company for the best combination of protection and service at a competitive rate. Get insurance coverage you need today. Visit sigprotection.com for a quote. That's SIG protection.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Collingswood High School football coach Mike McKeown. You're listening to the Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow, Major League Baseball's Little League Classic returns.
Beauty of this event, every person in the stands is a kid. That's what Williamsport is all about.
This is everything it's cracked up to be.
The Phillies and Nationals at the Little League Classic from historic Bowman Field in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
It brings out your inner 12-year-old. I mean, we've all got it.
Coverage begins tomorrow at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the feet? You can and experience in fitness. Wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, baseball fans, the BetParks app has you covered. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances, home runs, hits, strikeouts. Bet game combos like winning team and over-under on total runs. BetParks futures bet on MVP, Rookie of the Year, and more. All new users bet $10 and get $125 in sportsbook bonus if your first bet wins. BetParks.com has terms and conditions. New users and winning bets only. Sports bonus bet must be wagered once. See website for details. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Ohio. Gambler problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Crank the AC because it's not just hot, it's sizzling hot. All summer long at Parks Casino and Sportsbook. Pennsylvania's #1 casino brings you more ways to make this your hottest summer ever. The slots are hot. Table games are hot. The restaurants are hot. The biggest and best sportsbook on the East Coast is hot. The entertainment is even hotter. Don't miss a minute of the action. Visit ParksCasino.com. Street Road exit off 95 in the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Parks Casino. This is how you win. This is how you win. 21 gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Dave Klemic was with us. Of course, Josh Henning pushing the buttons. And Dave, next week we'll be broadcasting live. You'll be with us at the Battle at the Beach Football Classic. And on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline right now is the head coach of the Collingswood High School football team. He's also very instrumental in orchestrating this whole football classic. Let's go to the hotline and welcome in Collingswood High School football coach Mike McKeown. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, guys. How are you, man? How you doing, Coach? Good.
All right, we're getting a 3-point stand and talking a little Eagles football, but now we want to talk about this battle at the beach, and I know you've been a big part in orchestrating getting this thing together the last couple of years.
Yeah, man. It's actually taken off, man. So we started this for our third year this year. The West Jersey Football Coach Association got together and formed an association, and we figured out to try to put our kids on the most another chance on a platform that not really happened so much in South Jersey. So we taken off, and we're super proud of the event, and it's going well, man, very well.
I know I saw a post. You said that you sold over 3,000 tickets already. That's pretty amazing.
We're close to 6,000 now, Coach. So we're up to about 6,000 tickets. It's going to levels that we weren't expecting real fast, and it just shows you how much South Jersey, how much South Jersey football means in its communities around the town around here. So these guys are big high school supporters, and they've been waiting for something like this to get a chance to go watch 4 football games in one day, and it's really something special.
We're talking with the head coach of the Collingswood High School football team, Mike McKeown, and Coach is very instrumental in orchestrating, like I said, this weekend. Listen to this, Dave. Now, Dave Klemic is with me, Coach, and he's a former Mainland Mustang. They take on Washington Township. Yeah, Washington Township at 10 a.m. on Friday. And then you got Hamilton versus St. John's of Vaney, Millville, Toms River North, which is a huge game. They played the championship last year. And then at 7 p.m. on Friday night, Ocean City versus Pleasantville. What a first day.
Yeah, you've got literally the first game matchup is going to be probably one of the best games of the whole weekend in Mainland. Sectional champs coming back versus Washington Township, who returns a lot from last year. So that game is going to be a hotly contested game. And then the best game of the weekend possibly could be right on the third game Friday, where you have state champs, Group 5 state champs, Toms River North versus Group 4 state champs, Millville. And then MJA SSIA's rankings came out, and they had Toms River North ranked number 4 in the state, and Millville number 5. Right out of the state on Friday night, you're going to see some really, really good football.
That's amazing. Then, of course, Saturday we'll be there, like I said, broadcasting live, Dave. And it's 9:30 start now. They moved it up a half hour. West Deptford against Hightstown, and then at 12:15, Paul 6 versus St. Thomas Aquinas. They're from Fort Lauderdale.
It's St. Thomas Aquinas from New Jersey.
Oh, is that the New Jersey? Okay.
Yeah. But they're handful. They're well coached. They got a lot of kids up there that brought in. So that team is going to be a handful for Florida State.
And then Rancocas Valley versus Union at 3:00, and then of course the big game, which is the showcase game of the weekend, is IMG Academy versus St. Joe's Prep, and I believe that game is going to be on ESPN too. Is that correct, Coach?
ESPN too. That's the game of the week. Now, there's two top 5 national teams ranked preseason. So that one is we sold over 4,000 tickets for that game alone on Saturday night. So it's going to be something to watch, go down and see. Especially if you're local, man. If you've never seen IMG Academy or you've never seen St. Joe's Prep, you're talking about 2 national powerhouse programs.
Yeah,
absolutely. So if you're local around, you want to get there and see it live in person.
And then Sunday, the game that I want to see, of course, is my alma mater, Collingswood High School versus Maple Shade at 10 a.m. Cedar Creek versus Matawan. Is that how you say that? Matawan?
Matawan.
At 4 p.m., Holy Spirit versus Conwell Egan. And then at 7 o'clock on Sunday night, Timber Creek versus Highland. This is just absolutely amazing. And what a venue in Ocean City, right there, right on the beach.
Right on the beach. And Coach, I'm sure you know who this is, but you guys will not – this to sell some more tickets possibly. You will not be disappointed. DeAndre Swift went to St. Joe's Prep. Marvin Harrison Jr. went to St. Joe's Prep. Jeremiah Trotter's son went to St. Joe's Prep. The quarterback from the Raiders was NFL MVP. He's been on the show. But there's a guy. There's a kid. Look him up. David Washington Jr. He just signed with Kentucky. This kid, I coached him in this offseason. He is an absolute stud. It's unbelievable. You will not be disappointed just to come in and watch him play.
Oh yeah, I had to go drop off some things at St. Joe's Prep practice the other day, and it was like literally looking like you're watching the college. You know what I mean? A college program over there. So they keep kicking them out, and they want this game, so it's going to be a good test for everybody. Like I said, like for myself, just being a fan, like you don't really get a chance to really watch 2 national powerhouse. You know what I mean? In your own backyard, with the setting of a Ferris wheel and the beach in the background,
Absolutely.
I was dealing with ESPN, and I was talking to those guys getting a contract done, and they sent people here to look at the venue and do like a overcast thing, and the guy was like, "Man, this is really on the beach." I said, "Hey, man, I told you guys, like this football field, there's nothing like it. The scenery when it gets 7 o'clock in the night and that Ferris wheel's going, those rides are going in the background." Man, it's an unbelievable, unbelievable place, Carey Stadium.
We're talking with Collingswood High School football coach Mike McKeown. Of course, Mike coaches at Collingswood High School. In the studio here, Mike, I've got a picture of me in my old Collingswood High School uniform I showed Dave. I played quarterback.
I remember, Coach. I remember. I was young, but I remember.
But I'll tell you what, man, Collingswood High School, and I'm doing a little bragging here, but we got a storied past, storied history with Skeets Irvine. My father played for Skeets in 1938, and the Brooks Irvine Club is still a very important organization for high school football.
Absolutely, I tell my guys, man, we've been around for over 100 years, Collingswood football.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on our 700th win as a program, which is extraordinary in high school football. It's the tradition here at Collingswood. Is like second to none. It's you walk in the hallways and go to Skeets Irvine, trophy case and all that kind of stuff. So the Golden 11. So we try to teach our young kids as much as we possibly can about tradition. It's hard, this day and age with these generational kids where, to go back and try to, constantly pound on those guys, that there's been football here for 100 years. They don't believe me half the time. But, we got a good group of kids this year, so we'll see what happens on next Sunday. But we'll be ready. We'll be ready to play when we go up that bus.
Well, I'd like to, if you ever need me to come back and talk to the team, we'll get some of my teammates to come in and speak with the young kids. But I want to also mention you had a tragedy in your football family. You lost one of your players to a tragic. I just wanted to acknowledge that and say we're really sorry. If you could tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So we lost a player to a tragic car accident in the beginning of summer. Ryan Rogers, he's been in our program for since he was 4 years old, playing our youth program. I actually tell a story where he was our first signee ever in our youth program that we started. Ryan was a tremendous kid, bleed the blue and gold, kind of old school throwback kid. Like he he was all about Collingswood. He's all about the city. We always talk about it. He's a kid that, if you ask him to do anything, I moved in the offensive line. He wasn't happy about it, but he did it. You know what I mean? He was one of those kids, whatever the coach needed to do, yes, sir, no, sir. His family's been involved in our town for so long. He's a Tulane, you know what I mean? So he's, it was a tough loss for our community. Yeah, it's a tough loss for our community, and we'll be honoring him this year a lot. About the beach, our T-shirts have his logo on it, and it's our kids are kind of responding to it a little bit. But we're never, when stuff like this happens, I say it all the time, man. Like, as an adult, and as a father of a 7-year-old, man, you never want to, bury your own child, and there's nothing that I can, heartbreaking than, for Lonnie and the Rogers family and what they're going through. And we're going to try to keep his name going. As long as I'm the head coach here, Ryan's name will be, going, in our program forever. So it's the kid, and I gotta give a lot of the coaches in this area. It's one I say about the fraternity in football, man. It's a brotherhood that people don't understand if you never played the game, especially coaching it now when you get older. But like the people that have reached out to me, coaches in South Jersey, the Coach Association, players, families. You know what I mean? They all reached out. They donated to the, to Ryan's scholarship fund. Even like rivalry, our rivals. You know what I mean? They came out and it was a huge thing, man. It made us feel special, and just shows the brotherhood of football. And what I mean, like what it's about. So we turned some kind of tragedy into a positive event.
Absolutely, and of course, we're really looking forward to seeing you at the Battle of the Beach Football Classic in Ocean City next weekend, Coach, and we look forward to it. Good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, buddy. Coach, good luck. Thank you, guys. Wish for some good weather, man. Good weather.
All right, I'm sure we will. All right, there he is, Coach Michael McKeown from Collingswood High School on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline. I'm pumped up for this. I mean, the teams that we just read off, Dave Klemic, are phenomenal.
Well, IMG, Nolan Smith went to IMG.
Is that right? Nolan Smith went there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a professional athletes development ground. It's where it's a paid.
Last year, I knew what was going on, but I didn't realize the magnitude of it. I drove by I rode my bike on the boardwalk, and it was like 3 deep on the boardwalk looking at the game. And that was in the morning.
Yeah, it was crazy. We went last year, and it was amazing.
So they've sold 6,000 tickets.
Yeah,
it's incredible. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Dave Klemic right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. The preseason heats up with a clash in the NFC as the Dallas Cowboys hit the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, myself for all the action as the Cowboys are in search of their first win, but the 1-0 Seahawks stand in their way. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks as the preseason rolls along. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
Football lives on 97.3 ESPN FM. Coverage begins at 9:30.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
My little brother's friends have been camped out at our place for 2 days straight. 3. It's because of the Xfinity 10G network. Internet that can handle a house full of screens at once, with basically no interruptions. And it's only getting faster. When I was their age, internet like this was a pipe dream.
You sound like my grandpa.
Please go home.
The next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through September 21st, new customers can get 200 megabit internet with unlimited data on the next generation Xfinity 10G network for just $25 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, upgrade to gig and save $20 a month over Verizon. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Internet service. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Savings compares Xfinity Gig to Verizon Gig.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at Tom's River Auto Group Studio right here in Northfield. You coach little kids, right? Little guys.
Coach athletes, yeah.
No, you're a football coach, all right?
No.
Who do you coach?
I coach all the athletes. I just happen to do a sports.
Well, don't you have Tom
side.
McMenamin's son?
Yes, and those are all. It's still all sports performance stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's of course Tom for Volkswagen.
Yeah.
One of our great sponsors.
Yeah.
Make sure the kid gets the starting job.
Yeah. No, but we have him in flag football though. I have a flag football program. Yeah.
Well, really quick, before we get too far, because you mentioned it, Billy, Dave, take a moment to explain what you mean by you coach performance.
Talk about what.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that. I own a business called Klemic Performance Method, and it's a way that we take in athletes, athletic metrics. We give them a composite score of how athletic they are. We actually give them 2, and then we take that composite score, kind of compiles of how much you can displace yourself, like how high you can jump, how fast you can run, meters per second, inches per second, blah, blah, blah. And then it gives you a composite score, pretend it's like a bubble of how much ground you can cover. And then we're able to increase that by about 24%. So, and that's a significant gain. Imagine if you could run 24% higher, jump 24% higher. If you just went through the program, that's what I do. And it's been, we've had over 5,000 people that have.
You guys are big names.
Yeah.
Big clients.
Austin Johnson, Vinny Papali's in the place right now. He just went to Cleveland, and they just sent him home after he did a physical. So we're waiting to hear back. We'll see what happens for Vinny right now. But we've had, Dennis Seidenberg, the hockey player, senior pro. He's been in an ex-Flyer.
You had Cody Schweim.
Cody Schweim? Yeah. I got
Duke Gunther. We're going to have
Duke
Gunther.
Gunther.
With
Yeah.
us,
Duke's going to be good. He's gotten some looks from Ivy League schools.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely worthwhile if your son or daughter wants to get involved. That would they get in touch with.
Yeah, so look us up on our website, ClemicPerformanceMethod.com, and you can find all the information on there about how to get seen to do a gait analysis, a movement analysis, and then we take the biomechanics and your measurements, and we kind of compile a performance plan on how how to improve that. It's a neat, a very evidence-based theory of how we get to our outcomes.
And the reason why that's valuable, if I can jump in real quick, is because for those who don't know, in today's world with the open transfer portal in college sports, you got to tell teams. For example, last offseason, there were over 2,000 kids who entered the football. That's not the college sport, the football transfer portal alone. So in today's world, what differentiates you from somebody else from trying to leave your school to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Probably the metric, right?
And it's probably going to be something like the metric.
It's an easy way to do it. It's an easy way for a coach to go, look, I got to get, what do they do? Their SATs here, take the guy with the higher SATs. Here, over here, they look similar football players, but they're coming from different areas of the country. Right. This kid runs faster. This kid jumps higher. Put him in.
Unless you're Michael Moore and fool everybody in
yeah. Yeah, he was a freak too.
What do you have with the combines?
Yeah, the
combine warrior.
Yeah, he bombed. He crushed it, and then bombed in the NFL. So doesn't always work.
I would say bomb. I mean, he played. He reaches potential. I would say.
But he was the first. Now we're the first pick in the draft. Right?
All right, Dave. We had you in the studio. Your first week back. We look forward to the rest of the football season with you.
I'm just like I missed you guys. Like I actually missed you.
All right, tomorrow on the program, Mike Carlin will be with me in the studio. We'll talk with Paul Gunther, and of course we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. Brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for Designated Drivers. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.